From optimizing settings to using a hairdryer, here are 30 electrifying tips that will boost your rank faster than you can say
727! 727! When do you see it? When do you fucking—
Even if you've been playing for years, I guarantee you've never heard of at least 12 of these. Avoid plugging any peripherals to an external USB hub. Keeping your mouse, tablet, keyboard, and even headphones plugged directly into the back of the motherboard will ensure you have the best connection quality for peripheral latency, and it can help avoid inconsistent input readings in game. Posture is king. Making sure to get as close to the posture in this diagram will help you last longer and, more importantly, avoid injury from playing. Build a habit of looking at circles one at a time as early as possible. There are scenarios when looking at multiple notes at once is beneficial, but this is the core foundation behind having solid reading. Before anything else, your ability to play harder maps is completely dependent on how good you are at reading notes. If you're still early in your OSU journey, I would highly recommend sticking to playing maps found in the ranked or loved section. This is super important because in both OSU Stable and Lazer, anyone can upload an MP3 file and make their own map. This sometimes means you might come across some questionable maps in the graveyard, and those tend to be confusing to play. When it comes to getting better at OSU, it can help to think of it like working out. You wouldn't go to the gym and immediately try to lift the heaviest thing you see, right? If you have a brain, you know your body probably isn't adapted to handle that kind of strain yet. OSU basically follows the same concept. When you first start out, it doesn't take much for your hands and fingers to start feeling really sore and tight. So you gotta build up the strength in your forearms and hands to keep up with the strain of playing the game. Next, you are exercising your ability to subconsciously read and process what your hands need to do while playing. This may seem less straightforward, but it does mostly follow the same principles as learning a new workout routine. Though instead of exercising your ability to form a mind-to-muscle connection, you're getting familiar with how playing the game should feel and how it shouldn't feel. Turn background dim all the way up to 100%. While it can be fun to see the background image, storyboard, or video while playing, doing this will help you see notes more clearly and react to changes in rhythm and patterns better.
You can change background dim here before playing a map or under gameplay in settings.
Turn background dim down to 0%. This may be specific to OSU Stable, but reducing background dim can actually help with reading lower AR. Don't quote me on this, but it may have something to do with how approach circles are rendered in game. Tip number 7.5. Like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I might lick your keyboard.
Nah, dude, we're not starting this. Why is everyone licking their keyboards now? You're not even getting paid.
The larger this channel gets, the bigger the content, and I want to make some big OSU content. Alright, back to the video. Press Ctrl and the O key to quickly open your settings in game. In OSU Stable, you can do this in the main menu, song select, and in a multi-lobby. In OSU Lazer, you can pretty much do this anywhere except while playing an actual map.
The settings menu has the search function. Just start typing to find what you're looking for.
If you've just started to play the game, chances are you're playing with the default skin. As iconic as it is, choosing a widely respected skin like Yugen may help with reading anything you play, especially for sliders and notes that stack on top of each other. Save time scrolling through the song selection menu by right-clicking to quick scroll to a specific spot in the list. This function is turned off by default in OSU Lazer, so you can enable it here in settings. While we're still in the song selection menu, if you're annoyed by how you keep finding songs for other game modes, you can filter them out by typing mode equals OSU in the top left search bar. Find a map you want to try playing when you warmed up later? Start the map as if you're about to play it, then quickly exit out. When you actually want to play it, navigate to the recently played tab and it'll be right there waiting for you. Note that you'll have to start playing the map for this to actually work on OSU Lazer. If you're playing with a mouse, please enable raw input. On top of disabling enhanced pointer precision, this ensures that your mouse movements will be closer to 1-to-1. Unless you're a mouse only or tap X player, disable your mouse buttons here in settings. Are you FCing a cool map but your friends just won't leave you alone? Toggle the setting off so notifications only pop up outside of playing a map. Are you mind blocked on a specific pattern in the map you're trying to farm? Try sorting your song list by BPM and play another map from the same mapper for a bit. Then try playing the mind blocked map again. Speaking of skins, please toggle off hit lighting. This will again help with reducing visual clutter for reading trickier patterns. Are you struggling to control your fingers when attempting to tap shorter streams and bursts? There is an order of progression that will help tune your forearm muscles to keep up with those kind of patterns. For most people, you want to start with mastering triples. Try to find maps that have lots of triples. The more triples, the better. Back-to-back triples can be especially exhausting, but equally rewarding. The key here is to start slow and slowly speed up to your desired BPM. You can think of it as trying to play a really fast song with an instrument. You gotta start slow, then slowly speed up until you can match that tempo. It is so easy to have fun playing this game, but a side effect of that is how easy it is to lose track of time. See how long you've been playing here in the main menu. Being aware of how long you've been playing may be helpful if you're trying not to overdo things by getting injured. In general, it's advisable to make your hands do anything else at least once an hour. Speaking of hands, try to play them as relaxed as possible without sacrificing movement. The more efficient your hand technique is, the less energy and strain you'll use up while playing more demanding maps. It can be beneficial to mindfully play around with how much force you use to hold your mouse or tablet pen and tap in your other hand. Falling into the trap of comparing yourself to other players on the global leaderboard, switch over to the local rankings so that you only see your own scores on any map you see. Do you struggle with hyperfixating on how your hands feel while playing? This can be super distracting, especially if you're nervous while seeing a map. So instead of focusing on how your hands feel, imagine that the mouse or tablet pen and keyboard are an extension of your hands. They are a part of your body and you are in control. Try using your imagination to visualize your motions. Sometimes, I personally imagine a steadily rolling log when I'm tapping longer streams. This mental image helps mitigate any micro hesitations I have while tapping them. Here's another one. If I'm struggling to read a particular map, imagining that the approach circles on the screen are actually connected to my fingers falling to tap those notes has actually helped me tremendously throughout my 9 years of playing. Did you know that you can immediately watch a replay when you fail a map? On the fail screen, press F1 to watch your failed replay. If you want to save your failed replay, press F2. Note that if you press escape on the fail screen and you're back in the song menu, that replay's gone. It's pretty common for our fingers to start feeling cold and stiff while we play Osu. To help with this, try washing your hands with warm or hot tap water. Bonus points if you have a hair dryer you could use as a hand warmer for a couple minutes before playing Osu again. You notice that you'll be able to move your fingers much more freely afterwards. A lot of players tend to start off single tapping everything. This usually leads to them meeting their first major hurdle. In order to play Osu beyond 2 stars, you will need to learn how to alternate between each finger. The best way to get comfortable doing this would be to make a conscious effort to alternate between fingers on slower maps. It's okay to play lower difficulty maps from what you usually play for this. This way, that conscious effort will soon turn into second nature without you having to think about doing it. Most of the time, when someone is struggling to aim cut streams, it's because they're rushing or snapping to them too quickly. This applies to other visually intense patterns, but you might actually be closer to hitting them if you slow down a little aim or tapping wise. Doing this single-handedly unlocked my ability to aim spaced streams. Basically, when a stream starts to get more spaced and larger arcs and sweeps, make an effort to aim towards the outside of those curves. Doing this will make it harder to over-aim or move your cursor too fast, which is what happens most of the time someone mis-aims or note locks on them. Keep in mind that your ability to maintain a really low and consistent UR when tapping these streams will allow you to focus more on how you're tapping. So consider refining your ability to tap them if you find yourself note locking a lot. Please enjoy gaming. The best way to get better at something is to have fun with it. Take a look at top performers in almost any sport, and you'll find that pretty much all of them have fun playing their profession. In order to get really good at something, you have to really enjoy doing it. And if you're looking for a new way to enjoy a game, here's how shining the laser in Osu players' eyes made trying not to miss a lot more fun.